Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy to Remember, your favorite YouTube channel for learning real, natural English that you can use every day. I'm so happy to see you here again. My name is Umbriel, and if this is your first time watching, welcome. This channel is all about helping you speak English confidently and naturally, just like a native speaker. Today, we're going to talk about something really fun and interesting: hobbies and free time activities. This is such an important topic because when you meet new people, one of the first things they ask is, "What do you like to do in your free time?" Or, "What are your hobbies?" Knowing how to talk about your hobbies is essential for making friends, networking, and having great conversations in English. Plus, talking about things you love is always enjoyable. In this video, I'm going to share my hobbies, teach you useful vocabulary, and give you tons of examples. I'll also tell you about my friends' hobbies, so you can see many different types of activities people enjoy. Before we dive in, please hit that like button if you find this video helpful. It really supports the channel and helps other English learners find these lessons. And don't forget to subscribe to Easy to Remember for more content like this. All right, are you ready to learn? Let's get started. First, let's talk about what a hobby actually is. What's the definition of hobby? A hobby is an activity that you do regularly in your free time because you enjoy it. It's something you do for fun, not for work or money. Hobbies make you happy and help you relax. For example, reading, playing sports, cooking, painting. These can all be hobbies if you do them for pleasure in your spare time. Now, here's an important phrase: free time. What does free time mean? Free time is the time when you're not working, not studying, and not doing necessary tasks. It's your personal time to do whatever you want. We also call this spare time or leisure time. These all mean the same thing: time for yourself. So hobbies are what you do during your free time. They're your personal interests. Why are hobbies important? Well, hobbies help you relax and reduce stress after work or school, learn new skills, meet new people who share similar interests, express your creativity, stay physically or mentally active, have fun, and enjoy life. Everyone needs hobbies. Life isn't just about work and responsibilities. You need activities that bring you joy. Now, let me tell you about my hobbies. I have quite a few. My first hobby is reading. I absolutely love reading. I'm a huge bookworm. What's a bookworm? A bookworm is someone who loves reading books. It's a cute, informal term. If you read a lot, you can say, "I'm a bookworm." So yes, I read all the time. I read before bed, during my lunch break, on weekends, on the metro. Whenever I have a free moment, I'm reading. What kind of books do I like? I enjoy many different genres. Genre means category or type of book. I love fiction novels, especially mystery novels and thrillers. Mystery novels are stories where you have to solve a puzzle or crime. Thrillers are exciting, suspenseful stories that keep you on the edge of your seat. I can't put them down once I start. I also enjoy romance novels sometimes. They're sweet and heartwarming. And I like fantasy novels too. Stories with magic, dragons, and imaginary worlds. But I don't only read fiction. I also read nonfiction books. Nonfiction means books about real things, real people, and real events. What kind of nonfiction do I read? I enjoy biographies, books about famous people's lives. I also read self-help books and personal development books. These help me grow as a person and improve different areas of my life. How many books do I read per month? I usually finish about 3 to 4 books a month. That's about 1 book per week. Some people think that's a lot, but for me, it's normal. Now, I have a friend, let's call her Sarah, and she's also a big reader. But Sarah prefers different types of books. She loves historical fiction and science fiction. Historical fiction is stories set in the past with historical events. Science fiction is about technology, space, and the future. Sarah reads even more than me. She finishes about 5 to 6 books per month. She's a faster reader than I am. Reading is such a wonderful hobby. It improves your vocabulary, exercises your imagination, and takes you to different worlds without leaving your home. If you don't read regularly, you should really try it. My second hobby is cooking and baking. I love spending time in the kitchen. Now, what's the difference between cooking and baking? Cooking usually means making meals like lunch or dinner, savory food. Baking usually means making sweet things like cakes, cookies, and bread using an oven. I enjoy both. During the week, I cook dinner for myself almost every day, but on weekends, I love trying new recipes and baking desserts. What do I like to cook? I enjoy making all kinds of dishes. I love making pasta dishes like homemade lasagna or creamy carbonara. I also enjoy making Asian food, stir fries, fried rice, Thai curry, and I'm pretty good at making soups and stews. When I cook, I often experiment with different ingredients and flavors. Experiment means to try new things and see what happens. Sometimes the result is amazing, and sometimes not so much, but that's part of the fun. What about baking? What do I like to bake? I love baking chocolate chip cookies. They're my specialty. A specialty is something you're really good at making. I also bake brownies, banana bread, and sometimes fancy layer cakes for special occasions. Baking is more precise than cooking. You have to follow the recipe exactly. If you add too much or too little of an ingredient, the result might be terrible. With cooking, you can be more creative and flexible. I have another friend, let's call him Tom, and Tom is obsessed with baking. Obsessed means extremely interested in something, almost too much. Tom bakes every single weekend. He makes artisan bread, that's fancy, high-quality bread made by hand. He also makes French pastries like croissants and macarons. Those are really difficult to make. Tom watches a lot of baking shows on TV and YouTube. He learns new techniques and then practices them. His kitchen always smells amazing. Cooking and baking are great hobbies because you get to eat delicious food at the end. You create something with your hands and then you enjoy it. Plus, you can share with friends and family. Everyone loves homemade food. Another hobby I really enjoy is photography. I love taking photos. I'm not a professional photographer. I do it just for fun. But I take my camera or my phone everywhere I go. What do I like to photograph? I love nature photography, taking pictures of landscapes, flowers, trees, sunsets, and wildlife. When I go hiking or traveling, I always take hundreds of photos. I also enjoy street photography. Street photography means taking pictures of everyday life in public places, people walking, interesting buildings, city scenes. It captures real moments. Sometimes I do portrait photography too. Portrait means taking photos of people. I take pictures of my friends and family when we're hanging out. What equipment do I use? I have a DSLR camera. DSLR stands for Digital Single Lens Reflex. It's a professional style camera with interchangeable lenses. But honestly, I use my smartphone camera a lot too. Modern phone cameras are so good now. After I take photos, I edit them on my computer. I use editing software to adjust the brightness, colors, and contrast. This makes the photos look more professional and artistic. Do I share my photos anywhere? Yes, I post them on Instagram and sometimes on photography websites. I have a small following on Instagram, maybe about 500 followers. It's not huge, but people seem to like my photos and leave nice comments. Photography is a wonderful creative outlet. A creative outlet is an activity that lets you express your creativity and artistic side. I have a friend, let's call her Lisa, who is absolutely amazing at photography. She's much better than me. Lisa does photography semi-professionally. That means she sometimes gets paid for it, but it's not her full-time job. Lisa specializes in wedding photography and event photography. She photographs people's weddings, birthday parties, and corporate events. She has professional equipment, multiple cameras, different lenses, lighting equipment, everything. Lisa says photography is both her hobby and her side business. A side business is something you do to make extra money outside of your main job. If you're interested in photography, you should definitely try it. You don't need expensive equipment. Start with your phone and just practice taking interesting pictures. Now let's talk about physical hobbies. I really enjoy exercise and fitness activities. I'm not a fitness fanatic, but I do try to stay active and healthy. What kinds of exercise do I do? First, I love yoga. I practice yoga 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings. I go to a yoga studio near my house. The classes are about 1 hour long. What do I love about yoga? Yoga is relaxing and helps me stretch my muscles. It's great for flexibility and also for mental health. After yoga class, I always feel calm and peaceful. I also enjoy running. I go for a run maybe twice a week, usually on weekend mornings. I run in a park near my house. I'm not a fast runner. I run at a comfortable pace for about 30 to 40 minutes. Running is great cardiovascular exercise. Cardiovascular means it's good for your heart and lungs. Plus, running outdoors in nature is refreshing. You get fresh air and sunshine. Sometimes I go to the gym too. At the gym, I do strength training, lifting weights and using weight machines. I'm trying to build muscle and get stronger. I go to the gym maybe once or twice a week. Do I enjoy the gym? Honestly, not as much as yoga or running. The gym can be a bit boring sometimes, but I know it's good for me, so I do it anyway. I have a friend, let's call him Mark, who is a total fitness enthusiast. An enthusiast is someone who is very passionate and excited about something. Mark goes to the gym 5 or 6 times a week. He's very serious about fitness. He does weight training, cardio exercises, and he even has a personal trainer who helps him. Mark also plays sports. He plays basketball twice a week with a local team, and he recently started boxing classes. Boxing is great for fitness and stress relief, he says. Mark tracks all his workouts in a fitness app. He monitors his progress, how much weight he lifts, how far he runs, how many calories he burns. He's very organized about it. I admire Mark's dedication, but I don't think I could work out that much. 3 to 4 times a week is perfect for me. Exercise is such an important hobby because it keeps you healthy, gives you energy, and helps you feel good. If you don't exercise regularly, you should find a physical activity you enjoy and make it part of your routine. One of my absolute favorite hobbies is traveling. I love exploring new places. Now, traveling is an expensive hobby, so I can't do it all the time, but I try to take at least 2 or 3 trips per year, maybe one big international trip and a couple of weekend trips to nearby places. What do I love about traveling? Everything. I love experiencing different cultures, trying new foods, seeing beautiful sights, meeting new people, and having adventures. Where have I traveled to? I've been to several countries in Europe: France, Italy, Spain, Germany. I've also been to some countries in Asia: Japan, Thailand, and South Korea. Each place was amazing in its own way. What do I do when I travel? I like to balance touristy activities with local experiences. I visit famous landmarks and museums, but I also explore local neighborhoods, eat at small restaurants, and try to experience life like a local person. I always take tons of photos when I travel. That connects to my photography hobby. I document everything so I can remember the trip forever. How do I plan my trips? I do a lot of research before I go. I read travel blogs, watch YouTube videos, and look at recommendations online. I make a list of places I want to visit and things I want to do. But I also leave room for spontaneity. Spontaneity means doing things without planning, just going with the flow. Do I travel alone or with others? Both. Sometimes I travel with friends or family, and sometimes I travel solo. Solo travel means traveling by yourself. Solo travel can be scary at first, but it's actually really rewarding. You have complete freedom to do whatever you want, and you often meet other travelers along the way. I have a friend, let's call her Emma, who travels even more than me. Emma is a travel blogger. She has a blog and a YouTube channel where she shares her travel experiences. Emma takes about 6 to 8 trips per year. She saves a lot of money specifically for traveling because it's her biggest passion. She's been to over 30 countries. Emma prefers adventure travel. She goes hiking in mountains, diving in the ocean, camping in national parks. She's very adventurous and brave. My style is a bit different. I prefer a mix of comfort and adventure. I like nice hotels, good food, and cultural experiences, but I also enjoy some outdoor activities. Traveling is the best education. You learn so much about the world, about different ways of living, and about yourself. If you have the opportunity to travel, do it. You won't regret it. Another hobby I'm really passionate about is learning languages. Yes, learning languages can be a hobby. Obviously, I speak English, but I'm also learning two other languages, Spanish and French. Why do I want to learn these languages? Well, I love Spanish-speaking and French-speaking cultures. Plus, learning languages helps you when you travel. It's so useful. How do I learn languages? I use several methods. I use language learning apps like Duolingo and Babbel. I watch movies and TV shows with subtitles. I listen to podcasts in Spanish and French. And I try to practice speaking with native speakers online. Language learning takes a lot of time and dedication. It's not easy, but it's so rewarding when you can have a conversation in another language. What level am I at? In Spanish, I'm intermediate. That means I can have basic conversations and understand quite a lot. In French, I'm still a beginner. I can introduce myself and say simple sentences, but that's about it. Do I practice every day? I try to, even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes. Consistency is the most important thing in language learning. It's better to practice a little bit every day than to study for 3 hours once a week. I have a friend, let's call him David, who is a polyglot. What's a polyglot? A polyglot is someone who speaks many languages. David speaks 6 languages fluently. He speaks English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Mandarin Chinese. Can you believe that? How did he learn so many languages? He's been studying languages since he was a teenager. He's very disciplined and dedicated. He uses many different methods: apps, books, language exchange partners, immersion. David says the first foreign language is the hardest, but after that, each new language becomes easier because you understand how language learning works. I'm not sure I'll ever speak 6 languages like David, but I'm happy with my progress in Spanish and French. Learning languages is an amazing hobby because it opens doors to new cultures, new friendships, and new opportunities. Plus, it's great for your brain. Studies show that learning languages improves memory and cognitive abilities. Now, I've told you about my main hobbies, but there are so many other hobbies people enjoy. Let me tell you about some other common hobbies and the people I know who do them. Music. I have a friend, let's call him Alex, who plays guitar. He's been playing for about 5 years. He practices almost every day for at least 30 minutes. Alex can play rock songs, pop songs, and even some classical pieces. He also sings while he plays. He's in a band with some friends. They practice together once a week, and sometimes they perform at small local venues. That's so cool! Playing a musical instrument is a wonderful hobby. It's creative, relaxing, and impressive. People who play instruments are so talented. Gardening. Another friend of mine, let's call her Rachel, absolutely loves gardening. She has a beautiful garden at her house with flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Rachel spends hours every weekend working in her garden, planting seeds, watering plants, pulling weeds, and harvesting vegetables. She grows tomatoes, lettuce, peppers, and all kinds of herbs like basil and mint. She says gardening is therapeutic. Therapeutic means it's healing and relaxing. Being outside, working with soil and plants, watching things grow, it makes her happy and peaceful. Plus, she gets to eat fresh, homemade vegetables. How great is that? Gaming. I mentioned earlier that I don't play video games much, but many people do. Gaming is a huge hobby for millions of people around the world. My cousin, let's call him Jake, is really into gaming. He plays on his computer and his gaming console. He plays all kinds of games: action games, strategy games, role-playing games. Jake plays both single-player games and multiplayer online games. With multiplayer games, he plays with friends and people from all over the world. They communicate through headsets while they play. Jake says gaming is not just entertainment, it's also social. He's made friends online through gaming. They play together, chat, and even video call sometimes. Some people think gaming is a waste of time, but Jake disagrees. He says gaming improves problem-solving skills, hand-eye coordination, and strategic thinking. Arts and crafts. I have a friend, let's call her Mia, who loves doing arts and crafts. She's very creative and artistic. What kinds of crafts does she do? She does painting, drawing, knitting, scrapbooking, and jewelry making. She makes beautiful handmade things. Mia often makes handmade gifts for her friends and family. For birthdays and holidays, she gives personalized handmade presents. People really appreciate them because they're unique and made with love. She also sells some of her creations online on websites like Etsy. She makes extra money from her hobby. Arts and crafts are perfect hobbies for creative people. You get to make beautiful things with your own hands. Watching movies and TV shows. Now, is watching TV really a hobby? Some people say yes, some say no. I think if you're really passionate about films and shows, it can be a hobby. I have a friend, let's call him Chris, who is a total movie buff. A movie buff is someone who knows a lot about movies and loves watching them. Chris watches at least one movie every day. He watches all genres: dramas, comedies, action, horror, documentaries, foreign films. He's seen thousands of movies. He reads movie reviews, follows film directors, and joins online discussions about movies. He even writes his own movie reviews on his blog. Chris says movies are an art form. They teach you about life, emotions, and different perspectives. Collecting. Some people collect things as a hobby. What do people collect? All kinds of things. I know someone who collects stamps, that's called philately. I know someone else who collects coins, that's numismatics. Some people collect vintage toys, comic books, sneakers, vinyl records, or antiques. Collecting can be fun because you search for rare items, learn about history, and build a unique collection over time. These are just some examples. There are hundreds of different hobbies people enjoy. The important thing is to find something you love. Let's talk about different types of hobbies. We can categorize hobbies in many ways. One way is indoor hobbies versus outdoor hobbies. Indoor hobbies are activities you do inside your home or in buildings. Examples: reading, cooking and baking, gaming, playing musical instruments, arts and crafts, watching movies, knitting, or sewing. Indoor hobbies are great because you can do them anytime, regardless of the weather. You're comfortable at home and you don't need to go anywhere. Outdoor hobbies are activities you do outside. Examples: hiking, running, cycling, gardening, photography sometimes, playing sports like soccer, basketball, tennis, fishing, camping. Outdoor hobbies are wonderful because you get fresh air, sunshine, and physical exercise. Being in nature is good for your mental health. Some people prefer indoor hobbies, some people prefer outdoor hobbies, and many people enjoy both. I personally have a good mix. Reading and cooking are indoor hobbies. Running and photography are outdoor hobbies. What about you? Do you prefer staying inside or going outside for your hobbies? Another way to categorize hobbies is creative hobbies versus physical hobbies. Creative hobbies involve artistic expression and imagination. Examples: painting and drawing, photography, writing stories or poetry, playing music, crafts, cooking and baking. Creative hobbies let you express yourself and make something original. They exercise your brain and imagination. Physical hobbies involve moving your body and physical activity. Examples: sports, running, yoga, dancing, hiking, swimming, martial arts. Physical hobbies keep you fit and healthy. They give you energy and improve your physical condition. Again, many people enjoy both types. I do creative hobbies like photography and cooking, and I also do physical hobbies like yoga and running. Having a balance is ideal. Creative hobbies are good for your mind and soul. Physical hobbies are good for your body and health. Section 11. Expensive versus affordable hobbies. One more important thing to consider is cost. Some hobbies are expensive and some are affordable. Expensive hobbies might include traveling, as we discussed, photography with professional equipment, golf, skiing or snowboarding, collecting rare items, horseback riding, scuba diving. These hobbies require expensive equipment or fees. You need money to enjoy them regularly. Affordable hobbies include reading, library books are free, running, you just need shoes, hiking, drawing, just paper and pencils, cooking at home, yoga, you can do it at home with free YouTube videos, learning languages with free apps. You don't need a lot of money for these hobbies. Some are completely free or very cheap. The good news is that you can enjoy hobbies at any budget level. You don't need to spend a lot of money to have fun. If you want to try an expensive hobby but don't have much money, you can often find cheaper alternatives. For example, instead of buying expensive camera equipment, use your smartphone. Instead of paying for gym membership, exercise at home or in the park. Instead of collecting expensive items, collect something affordable. There's always a way to enjoy hobbies without breaking the bank. Breaking the bank means spending too much money. Now, maybe you're watching this and thinking, I don't really have any hobbies. How do I find one? That's a great question. Let me give you some advice on how to choose a hobby. First, think about your interests. What topics do you find interesting? What did you enjoy as a child? What do you wish you had more time for? For example, if you love nature, try hiking or gardening. If you love stories, try reading or writing. If you love being active, try sports or dancing. If you love making things, try cooking or crafts. Second, consider your personality. Are you introverted or extroverted? Introverted people who prefer quiet, alone time might enjoy reading, writing, painting, solo hiking, or gaming. Extroverted people who get energy from being around others might enjoy team sports, group fitness classes, joining a book club or music band, dancing, or volunteering. Third, think about your schedule and energy level. Be realistic. If you're very busy with work or school, choose hobbies that don't require huge time commitments. Maybe read for 20 minutes before bed, or go for short walks. If you have more free time, you can choose hobbies that take longer, like traveling or learning complex skills. Fourth, try multiple things. Don't be afraid to experiment. You might try photography and realize you don't enjoy it. That's okay. Try something else. You might try painting and discover you love it. Many communities offer beginner classes or trial sessions for different hobbies. Take advantage of these opportunities. Fifth, don't worry about being good at it immediately. Hobbies are about enjoyment, not perfection. When you start a new hobby, you'll probably be bad at it. That's completely normal. Everyone is a beginner at first. The point of a hobby is to have fun and relax, not to stress about being the best. Just enjoy the process of learning and improving over time. Remember, hobbies should make you happy, not stressed. Before we finish, let's talk about why hobbies are so important. What are the benefits of having hobbies? Stress relief. Hobbies help you relax and forget about work stress or life problems. When you're focused on something you enjoy, you can't think about your worries. This gives your mind a break. Skill development. Hobbies help you learn new skills. These skills might be useful in other areas of your life. For example, cooking teaches you time management. Team sports teach you cooperation. Learning languages improves your communication. Social connection. Many hobbies help you meet people with similar interests. You can join clubs, take classes, or participate in online communities. This is how you make new friends. Sense of achievement. When you get better at your hobby, you feel proud and accomplished. Maybe you finish a difficult book, run a longer distance, or cook a complex recipe. These small achievements boost your confidence. Better mental health. Studies show that people with hobbies are happier and have lower rates of depression and anxiety. Hobbies give you something to look forward to and provide purpose outside of work. Better physical health. If you have active hobbies like sports, dancing, or hiking, you'll be in better physical shape. But even non-physical hobbies can improve health by reducing stress. Work-life balance. Hobbies remind you that life isn't just about work. They help you maintain balance and prevent burnout. Burnout means being extremely exhausted and stressed from working too much. Creativity and inspiration. Creative hobbies stimulate your imagination. This creativity can actually help you in your work and problem solving. As you can see, hobbies aren't just about having fun. They actually improve your overall quality of life. Everyone should have at least one or two hobbies. They're essential for a happy, balanced life. All right, everyone. We've talked about so many different hobbies and activities today. And while we were talking, I used lots of useful vocabulary. Let's review some of the most important words and phrases so you can use them when talking about your own hobbies. Let's start with the word hobby itself. Remember, a hobby is an activity you do regularly in your free time for enjoyment, not for work or money. Free time, spare time, and leisure time all mean the same thing: time when you're not working or doing necessary tasks. You can use these words interchangeably. Interchangeably means they can replace each other. Passion is a strong word. A passion is something you love intensely. It's stronger than just liking something. For example, photography is my passion means you love it very deeply. Passionate is the adjective form. I'm passionate about cooking means you have strong feelings and excitement about it. Interest is similar but not as strong. An interest is something you find interesting and enjoy. For example, I have an interest in history. Enthusiast. We learned this word. An enthusiast is someone who is very excited and passionate about something. For example, he's a fitness enthusiast, or she's a photography enthusiast. Practice is a very important word. Practice means to do something repeatedly to improve your skill. I practice guitar every day, or she practices yoga 3 times a week. Practice is both a noun and a verb. As a noun, I need more practice. As a verb, I practice daily. Skill is what you develop through practice. A skill is an ability to do something well. Playing piano is a difficult skill, or he has great cooking skills. Beginner, intermediate, advanced describe your level of ability. Beginner, you're just starting, you know very little. Intermediate, you have some experience and knowledge. Advanced, you're very skilled and experienced. For example, I'm a beginner at French, or she's an advanced piano player. Improve means to get better at something. I want to improve my photography skills, or he's improving quickly. Dedicate means to give your time and effort to something. I dedicate 2 hours every weekend to painting. Dedication is the noun. It means commitment and hard work. Learning languages requires dedication. Spend time means to use your time doing something. I spend a lot of time reading. Or, how much time do you spend on your hobbies? Engage in is a more formal way to say do or participate in. I engage in outdoor activities, or she engages in creative hobbies. Pursue means to actively work towards something or do something regularly. I'm pursuing photography as a hobby, or he pursues many different interests. Take up means to start a new hobby or activity. I took up yoga last year, or she wants to take up painting. This is very useful. For example, I want to take up a new hobby. What should I try? Give up means to stop doing something. It's the opposite of take up. I gave up playing guitar because I was too busy. Let's review. Hobby, passion, interest, free time, spare time, leisure time, enthusiast, practice, noun and verb, skill, beginner, intermediate, advanced, improve, improvement, dedicate, dedication, spend time, engage in, pursue, take up, give up. These are all excellent words for talking about hobbies and interests. Make sure you practice using them. Now, let me teach you some complete phrases you can use when talking about your hobbies. To describe what you do. In my free time, I like to. One of my hobbies is. I'm really into. This is informal, means you really like something. I enjoy. I'm passionate about. I spend a lot of time. Examples. In my free time, I like to read mystery novels. One of my hobbies is photography. I'm really into cooking. I enjoy playing basketball with my friends. To describe frequency. I do this every day, twice a week, on weekends. I practice regularly. Whenever I have a chance, as often as I can. Examples. I practice yoga 3 times a week. I go hiking whenever I have a chance. I read every single day before bed. To describe your level. I'm a beginner at. I've been doing this for. Time period. I'm pretty good at. I'm still learning, but. Examples. I'm a beginner at French, but I'm improving. I've been playing guitar for 5 years. I'm pretty good at cooking now. I'm still learning, but I enjoy it. To describe why you like it. I love it because it helps me. It's a great way to. I find it very. Examples. I love reading because it helps me relax. Running is a great way to clear my mind. I find photography very creative and fulfilling. To invite someone. Do you want to join me? You should try it sometime. We could do it together if you're interested. Examples. I'm going hiking this weekend. Do you want to join me? You should try yoga sometime. It's so relaxing. These phrases will make your conversations about hobbies sound natural and fluent. Wow, everyone! We covered so much today. Let me quickly summarize everything we talked about. We started by defining what hobbies are and why they're important. Hobbies are activities we do for fun in our free time, and they help us relax, learn skills, meet people, and enjoy life. Then I shared my personal hobbies. Reading, I'm a total bookworm. Cooking and baking, photography, exercise and fitness, yoga, running, gym, traveling, and learning languages like Spanish and French. I also told you about many other common hobbies like music, gardening, gaming, arts and crafts, watching movies, and collecting. We discussed different categories of hobbies: indoor versus outdoor, creative versus physical, expensive versus affordable. I gave you advice on how to choose a hobby that's right for you based on your interests, personality, schedule, and energy level. We talked about all the amazing benefits of having hobbies: stress relief, skill development, social connections, better mental and physical health, and work-life balance. And finally, we reviewed tons of useful vocabulary and phrases you can use to talk about hobbies in English. Now it's time for today's question. Are you ready? Today's question is, what is your favorite hobby and why do you love it? Think about it. What do you do in your free time that makes you happy? For me, I would say my favorite hobby is reading because it takes me to different worlds and I learn so much from books. It's relaxing and exciting at the same time. But what about you? Is it playing sports, cooking, gaming, traveling, drawing, music, something else? Write your answer in the comments below. I want to know what you're passionate about. You can write something like, "My favorite hobby is playing guitar because I love creating music." Or, "I love gardening because it's peaceful and I enjoy watching plants grow." Or, "My favorite hobby is gaming because it's fun and I play with friends." Or, "I don't have a hobby yet, but I want to try photography." Any answer is great. Share your passion with me and everyone else watching, and maybe you'll inspire someone to try a new hobby. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you all. All right, everyone. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned a lot about hobbies and how to talk about them in English. This is such a useful topic for conversations. Remember, having hobbies makes life more enjoyable and balanced. If you don't have a hobby, I encourage you to find something you love. Try different activities until you discover what makes you happy. And don't forget to practice the vocabulary and phrases we learned today. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Your support means everything to me. And if you're new to Easy to Remember, make sure you subscribe. Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future lessons. We have so many more topics coming. How to talk about your weekend plans, how to describe your personality, how to order food in English, how to make phone calls in English, and so much more. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of this wonderful learning community. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep enjoying your hobbies. See you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.